What's up, guys? Iceman here. Welcome to Hunting Tales. So it's the beast of Braywood County. Alright? This nightmare occurred in 1936. It was the first time this creature was sighted. The guy's name was Mark Shackleman. He was in his early 30s. This was in Wisconsin. And his job was to patrol an old schoolyard. All right, he did this during the night. He worked the night shift. And there was this schoolhouse on this vast land with some wilderness about it. Several other buildings in the area. Some of them abandoned, some not. An apple orchard, and perhaps most notably, an old Native American cemetery. There seems to be a theme with this. The Native Americans and the werewolves. The DOGMAN sightings. I don't know, I just sort of noticed a pattern is all. Or in these regions anyway. But nonetheless, Mark Shackleman was walking around one night. It was in early October. A quiet night. The moon was bright. The stars were vast. But there was something eerie in his surroundings. So he went walking down his normal walk. He would often get a lot of steps in on this night shift. He worked for 5 or 6 hours straight, just on his feet the whole time. And he went around some buildings, started making his way out into the cemetery. And what he saw was unbelievable. At the corner of his eye, he saw something digging into one of the grave mounds, right? Just something digging in there. You can see its back all arched up. Just digging. And he saw this thing, and he was like, there's no way that's a dog. He was like, it's digging like a dog, but look at how big it is. And there's something off about it. He just sort of saw it from the back, with its back was all arched up, just digging into one of the mounds. So he began walking toward it, right? At this point, he was probably about 30 yards away. And the creature heard him coming. So what it did was it arched its back and it just stood up. And you could hear it cracking, clack, 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 clack. The bones in its knees and back, pop, pop, pop. And it stood straight up like a human. Wow. Mark, of course, was frozen in fear. He's like, what the hell is this? Where did it come from? But he stood there just in shock looking at this thing. And it turns to him and lets out a sort of high-pitched bellow, a howl of a sort. And then, as soon as it began, it halts it. And it turns and it dashes off into the woods. What's interesting is he claimed that it had a sort of feminine energy about it. That this could, in fact, be a female dogman or werewolf or whatever the hell you want to call them. It was a bit more lean, but it still had muscle. It still was standing upright like a person. But I mean, this was the guy's job, right? Like, it didn't hurt him. So he was like, what do I do? I mean, the year's 1936, you know? It's not like there was the internet or news outlets all over the damn place. People probably wouldn't believe him. He shook it off and he finished off his night shift. He told a couple folks about it. They all just kind of assumed it must have been a coyote or something. So here's the crazy part. The next day, he returns to work. This time he has his big flashlight, big old mag light, boom. You can hold it with two hands if you wanted to and use it like a baseball bat. He starts making his rounds, and lo and behold, there it is again. In the same spot, that same grave, the same little mound, just digging. Who knows what the hell the thing was looking for? Some say these are spiritual entities, I don't know. Or are they just monsters? Maybe there's something more. But Mark saw it again. This time he blasted his light on it. Ching! He was about 30 yards away again. And the creature, crazy as it sounds, it seemed to piss it off that he was there again. It's like this time it was kind of personal. You know, the first time, oh, maybe he just walked up on me when I was digging this mound. But I'm still going to give a little howl at him. But this is the second night now. And he does it again. That's a bit of a threat. So in the same sort of manner, the creature, it takes notice to him, but this time it doesn't take his eyes off of him. And it stands up again. Pop, 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 pop. And it growls at him. And it bares its teeth. He says its lips would curl up. Mark was frozen in fear. He had his flashlight in hand. He was shaking. He didn't know if it was going to attack him or not. He thought he was going to be able to stand up to this thing. Before the encounter, of course. But then after it was looking, I'm just... Mark starts to back up. Boom, 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 boom. And then as soon as he knows it, the creature once again turns around and leaps into the woods. It's almost like Mark submitted to it. Some predators, they don't always want to just get in a fight with their competition, right? They'd rather just win the submissive game and then get away. And that might have been what happened here. I noticed this with dogs and wolves. They'll often use tactics like snarling and growling, and they won't even ever get physical. They'll just do that with each other so that they don't have to. And Mark might have indicated to this creature that, no, I'm not going to mess with you. Okay, you win. I'll leave you alone. And as soon as he gave that to the animal, it turned and it ran off into the woods. But I mean, that's just my speculation. But what do you guys think about this? Again, it happened in Wisconsin. The year was 1936. There's more to tell about this creature. I'll be making more videos on it. Other sightings of this same creature. But was it a female? Are you kidding me? Are there female dogmen? There's got to be. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. And share with me your Dogman experiences or stories that you've heard. Contact me on Facebook or Discord, linked in the description of this video. Follow me on Patreon if you want to support the Haunting Tales. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace be with you.